If you guys have seen the Honda lineup in the past 2 to 3 years, they have been redesigning their entire portfolio from cars to SUVs, you name it. In this video, I have the latest version of Honda's newest design, the 2023 Honda Pilot Elite. Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack, and in this video, I'm going to show you around this Pilot, show the various features, take it on the drive, and give you my final verdict. Let's go ahead and get to this video, and we'll start out with the remote start function. You have power folding mirrors, of course. Hold down the button. And boom, there we go. Let's get into this video, shall we? Looking on the outside of the 2023 Honda Pilot Elite, this is your key fob right here. You do have lock, unlock, as well as a remote start, trunk release, and a panic button down below. Honda isn't scripted on the key fob, but look at the design of the 23 Pilot. This is equipped, it's $54,000, being a fully loaded Elite trim. It is dressed in this lovely platinum white exterior with a gray interior. I do like the new design of the 23 Pilot, a little bit more boxy like the generation before. Up front, you do have full LED lighting. You can see LED turn signals are above the headlights with the LED daytime running light down below and LED low and high beams right there. You do also have LED fog lights down below. You can't see they are on. And I do like the whole design of this new generation. Like I said before, a little bit more boxier, a little bit more off-road-esque. They do also have a trail sport trim, which is definitely more tailored for off-roading. Vehicle length is just under 200 inches long. You can see this being the Elite trim. The Elite and the Touring trim do come with 20-inch wheels with this kind of silver and gray finish right there with 255 width all-season tires. You have the body cladding right there around the wheel arches and around the lower body area down below. You have keyless entry for the front as well as rear door handles. The mirrors are power folding with blind spot assist and lane keeping assist information. Blacked out roof racks up top with a panoramic glass roof, which I will show you guys in a minute. This is your window sticker right here. I don't know if you guys can see it is raining out, but $53,830. Only option is destination, and a platinum white is $455. Gas tank is on the driver's side as well. Coming around to the rear of the 23 Pilot, you can see you do have LED lighting for the brake lights and LED reverse lights with halogen turn signals right there and a dual exhaust setup. This vehicle is rated to tow about 5,000 pounds, as this one is equipped with the all-wheel drive. You can see you do have Pilot inscripted right there in blacked out lettering, which is so cool, makes it look like it's kind of floating in midair. You do also have a rear wiper and a spoiler up top. Let me show you guys the trunk capacity of the Pilot. Now, opening the trunk, you will find 18.6 cubic feet of space. When you do fold down the third row seating, you will get 48 cubic feet of space. You have a trunk close function right there, or tailgate, with a 12-volt charger. And basically, to put down the seats, you push, and it is manual adjustable right there. Under here, you do have a little bit more storage. The spare tire is actually down below. It is a 18-inch spare tire. And you do have a little bit of storage right there and a subwoofer back here. Let me show you guys the powertrain of the 23 Pilot. There we go. Release is right there. Now, all 23 Pilots come with one engine in either front or all-wheel drive. And you do have a prop rod. There we go, let's open that up. So looking under the hood of the 23 Pilot, this is a 3.5 liter V6 connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Makes 285 horsepower with 262 pound-foot of torque. We will get 19 in the city, 25 on the highway, and 21 combined. Vehicle weight is 4,600 pounds, as this one is equipped. The hood is definitely heavy and does have a prop rod to hold it up. Do wish it was like strut held up, so you just open it, it just holds up itself. But let me show you guys the interior of the Pilot. We're gonna go ahead and start out in the third row. You can basically hit the button right there and the seats will fold forward. Hopping back here into the third row, we are gonna go ahead, hit the other side. And once you get settled in here, I am 5'6". I have an inch of legroom with about 2.5 inches of headroom. It's actually pretty good. I'm surprised. You can also use this button right here to fold down the seat in front of you if you do need to get out with nobody, of course, in the passenger seat. You do have 2 cup holders right here on both sides. Pull that up so I can show you guys a little bit more features. You do have a USB-A port right there for charging on both sides as well. And little tie downs right there for your child seat. Let me show you guys the second row. We're working our way up. I also do like the LED illumination around the whole entire cabin of the vehicle. That is a nice touch. There we go. All right, so as you can see right there, you can slide the second row seats forward and back. Sitting right here in this farthest back position right here, I have about 3-4 inches of legroom with plenty of headroom. It's literally like 3 inches of headroom. I'm honestly surprised. Some storage right here. You do have 3-stage heated second row seating with a single zone climate control, 2 USB-A ports right there just for charging, as well as a household outlet. You have 2 cup holders right here. They are pretty good size. Could be a little bit bigger, and a little storage right there. If you pull this tab, here we go. Let me do this one-handed. So you pull that tab right there, and you see the seats will fold up. This is a 8-seat configuration as this one is equipped. You do also have manual sunshades. Let me close the door. You got manual sunshades. Pretty nice touch. Some more LED illumination and coat hook right there. Here's a quick look to the front cabin. Let's go ahead and hit the driver's seat of the Pilot, where all the action happens. I will also show you guys the panoramic sunroof as well. Let's hit the driver's seat. But look at the storage right here on the door compartment. It's just crazy. Couple holders here, 2 right there, storage compartments, and even more storage right there. Now also too, for the button, you do have 2 of them. So for the button to fold down the third row seating, the button back there, as well as this one right there. And you can also recline the seats by using this button right here, or lever. Looking at the driver's seat of the 23 Pilot, you of course do have power seats, back, bottom support, as well as a 2-way lumbar support function right there. It is a 2-person memory. All windows are automatic. The mirrors are power folding. And I do love this gray interior. It is a nice touch, really pops with this white. Personally, I don't like the brown interior. I've seen a couple of brown interiors and it really didn't do it for me, if I'm being honest. All this is soft touch right here. And of course you do have the kind of cup holder thing right there with some more storage and even more storage down below. This thing has acres of storage. Manual telescoping steering wheel, automatic wipers with traction, as well as the trunk or tailgate release. Step in height isn't bad at all. So looking in front of you, you do have the 3-spoke steering wheel right here. It is heated with the button right there. It really does remind me of a BMW a little bit. You do have paddle shifters behind the wheel with your light controls, and then this is how you control your fog lights right there, and wiper controls right there, as well as for your rear wiper back there. Honda inscripted right there on the middle of the steering wheel. You have your volume control, as well as your track forward and back for your radio functions right there, as well as voice command. This rotary dial right here is how you control this side of the display in front of you. It is a 10-inch driver cluster display. So use this right here. You'll toggle through this side, so you have the analog tach, Apple CarPlay information, which you can put it right there in front of you. Phone functions, radio functions, USB connections, and Bluetooth functions. Looking over here on this side of the display, also I want to show you guys the little mini Honda Pilot right there. If I put my foot on the brake, it'll put it on this brakes turn signal. It's just so cool. It's like a little mini Pilot right there. Speed is right there at the top with your lane keep information right there. Looking over here on this side is your tach, and on this side of the steering wheel, you use this toggle right here on this side to toggle through the information on that side. Trip information, navigation, attention, all-wheel drive system, seat belts, maintenance, tire pressures, and other driver assistance technology. You can also change the brightness and the head-up display. Let's show you guys that real quick. You see right there, you do have your speed as well as your driver assistance technology. And if you go into the menu right there, you hold this button right here. You can change the content. So you have driver assistance, navigation for your heading right there, speedometer, so it's just the speed and speed limit, and you can have off. Personally, I like the driver assistance display right there. You can also change the brightness in various increments and change the height both up and down. Just so cool. I do like this head-up display. Very clear, crisp, and has pretty good graphics. me show you guys the central display. Here we go. Let me show you guys also one other thing too. So you can also customize the gauge displays right there. And there's your trip information in the middle. Let me show you guys the infotainment. The star of the 23 Pilot. This does have wireless CarPlay connectivity. So we'll try a audio test with the Apple CarPlay. This does have a 12-speaker Bose sound system. So let's try it out.
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
I'm not talking to you, Siri. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9.
As you can see, the 12-speaker Bose sound system is very clear and crisp. I do like the audio as well as the bass quality that it does give you. I was listening to some music coming up here, and I just really like the system. And I have to say, though, for mainstream vehicles, this is probably one of the best audio systems that you can definitely use in the segment or any like mainstream vehicle, like I just stated. Over here in the infotainment, you do have your home, as well as back button, your volume knob right there, your track forward and back, and then this is your main screen right here. You do also have built-in navigation, so we will try a navigation test. And of course, if you do make a mistake, you use the back button right there. There we go. You see right there, navigation is very quick and responsive, and it picks up. And I do like the graphics of the map quality as well. Phone connections right there. You do have AM, FM, Sirius XM radio. Your Apple CarPlay right there, as well as Bluetooth audio, so it'll just play the sound, but you won't have like the full connectivity of Apple CarPlay. Trip computer right there. Over here is your general settings, so you can basically customize your vehicle settings right here for the infotainment, as well as smartphone connections, the display, as well as the sound quality and camera settings as well. Does have rear cross traffic alert right there, which is currently off. Other vehicle settings right here. I do just like any other or newer Honda models, you do have the kind of little displays of a actual Pilot. And so it's like little clips. So you got your maintenance information, your power tailgate. You can customize how high you want it to open up. Memory position right there. So basically move the seat back when you do exit or enter the vehicle. Automatic windows, lighting settings right there. Head-up display and meter settings, so you can go from like kilometers to miles per hour. Driver assistance technology, you see it does have the full suite, automatic emergency braking, head-up display warning, the beep for lane keeping assist, road departure, traffic sign, and attention monitor, and rear sensors in the back as well. Keyless entry right there, so open up one door or all four. USB connections right there. AM radio right there with your system updates. It does have a built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, clock, and Honda link right there for the wireless functions. You have smart shortcuts, display mode right there. You can change between like a bright or dark. And you do also have cabin talk. So if you got kids all the way in the third row with headphones on, you can basically talk to them by using this function right here. So you can be like, "Hey Timmy, get back there." But yeah, that is a pretty cool function. You do also have preset shortcut buttons right down here for navigation, phone, radio, Bluetooth audio, and other displays right there. Do love the red push button start. You see right here on the end of the stock, you do have a camera button. So if you hit that, it'll pull up your front view camera when you are in drive, or if you're in reverse, obviously the backup camera with the 360 view. You can pull right there under your side mirrors. That's one feature I literally just found out while recording this video. You can basically turn it on, off, and cycle it, and so on. Looking right here, you do have 3-stage heated and cooled front seats with a dual zone climate control up front and a single zone in the third row. You can turn it on right there for the third row, and then your settings right there just for the third row settings or second row. And you can also lock the rear climate controls right there. A little bit of storage right there for a phone with a USB-A port. That is how you connect to the infotainment, and then a USB-C port just for charging, and a 12-volt charger right there. You have a wireless charging pad. Works no problem at all. And a little spot right there for storage and whatever. Right here is how you control the gear shifter. So you got park, and then you push that for reverse. You have a 360 camera like I just showed you guys a second ago with trajectory lines. And you got neutral, drive, and then sport. And then if you're in drive, you can put up the front view camera like I just showed you guys. Very easy, has a lot of lines and trajectory. Basically down here, you do have a auto start stop function with a hill descent, as well as a automatic parking brake and a brake hold function right there. This is how you control your drive mode, so let me show you guys that. You can toggle through different drive modes. So you have sport all the way up at the top, a normal mode, econ for maximum fuel economy, snow mode, a trail mode that is for off-roading use, as well as sand mode, and a tow mode if you are towing. This vehicle is rated to tow 5,000 pounds, as I stated before. Two cup holders there are pretty good size for the front row. They could be a little bit bigger for the second and third rows. A little bit of storage right there. A spot right there if you want to put your phone. Just like leaning back like that. Looking over here, you do have your glove box with pretty good space and a little storage compartment. Kind of really does give you like that floating dashboard design, so you can just put stuff right here. Up top, you do have a sunglass holder, and I do like the mirror right here, so you can look in the back to see your rear occupants or kids. Up top, you do have LED illumination for the panoramic glass roof controls. And I do like that you have two separate buttons, so basically for your shade, and then you can tilt it open and close right there. You see it does let in pretty good light. It really does open up the cabin and give it an airy feeling. But let's go and take the 23 Pilot for a quick drive and see how she does. Now the first thing you do notice when first setting off any 23 Pilot, this is a big vehicle. This is a 200-inch long vehicle with 3-row seating. This thing is just crazy. But speaking of visibility out the front, rear, and sides, I can see very good over the hood, as well as out the side mirrors and out the back as well. There we go. Now this is rated to get 19 in the city, 25 on the highway, and 21 combined. And I have to say, in driving on my way up here to the filming location, it definitely was able to get about 21 mpg. If I definitely was just being a little bit more conservative, you probably could have got about 22, maybe 22 at best. But you can see right here in front of you, you do have a clear, crisp head-up display. So right there I have my lane keeping assist information with steering assist, as well as my speed limit right there on that side. I do also like the little animation of the Pilot right there in the display in front of you, the 10-inch driver's cluster. So if I put my foot on the brake, you see it'll brake, and then of course turn signals and so on. And the thing I really do notice with these new generation of Honda products is the improved ride quality, as well as the quieter cabin noise. This thing, even at just under 50 miles an hour, is pretty quiet, calm, and everything is just very solid on the interior thus far. We'll go ahead and open up the panoramic glass roof so we can get a little bit more light in the cabin. Now, features wise for seat comfort, you do have heated and cooled front seats for the driver and the front passenger, with heated second row seating in the back. And you do also have a heated steering wheel right there. Really does remind me like the BMWs was like right here on the steering wheel, but yeah, I'll definitely take it. Go ahead and throw it into sport, and then sport transmission. It'll defeat the auto start stop, which we'll try out in a minute. By doing a start with the acceleration, we're gonna go traction reduced. Now keep in mind, this thing does weigh 4,600 pounds. It is a bus, or even a boat, whichever one. But let's go ahead and try an acceleration. We are in sport. I'll give it a slight brake boost. That was about 60 right there. That felt about a 7-second, maybe 7.3 seconds on a good day for acceleration. And of course hear the pumped in audio sound when you do floor. Actually, I do like the piped in sound that it is giving you. And you do have paddles behind the wheel to control the 10-speed auto. Yeah. This thing's not bad though as far as acceleration wise. This is basically where the Acura MDX starts at, and of course goes up to the Type S. But let me go ahead and throw it back into Sport Trans. You see right there when you do have it in Sport Trans, it will kind of blip or downshift the throttle or the transmission. It'll hold gears. You can see right there the lane keeping assist information. And it has a great sound. I really do like the sound of this. You can definitely feel it's a big vehicle going around the corners. I mean, obviously this is no sports car. This is no Civic Type R. But, you know, this is perfect at carrying 8 occupants and pretty good comfort. And the 20-inch wheels that I stated before with the ride, we just went over a pretty bad pothole. And I have to say that it was very smooth, refined. The suspension and just the tires and everything just went over very smoothly and transmitted all the vibrations out of the vehicle so it didn't go into the cabin. Now, speaking of driver assistance technology, this does have the full lane keeping assist with steering assist, which you can turn on and off right here, and the blind spot assist and adaptive cruise control and various other functions. I have to say, so far, just setting off in a few miles or so that we first started driving on, it works very well, and it works with you. That's the most important thing. There's a lot of systems that are kind of like they get in the way and they don't let you make a decision. This, it works with you. Need to make a pass, it'll deactivate itself for a second to let you do that. I love that diagram right there with the signal and the mini pilot right there. Just so cool. Also, do you have your front view camera right here on the end of the stock is a button you can hit and show your front view like I said in the walk around, as well as your side mirrors. You know, let's try one more acceleration before we hit the highway. I'm gonna leave traction on for this one. All right, we're in Sport Trans. Yep, nobody's behind us. Oh look, we got a red light. How perfect. $60. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and put it back into its normal mode. Now, funny enough, I actually was in a Kia Telluride XX Prestige. It was about $52,000, and I can honestly have a little bit more like similarities and stuff between both of the vehicles. You got heated, cool seats. You got all the various different technology, head-up display. One thing I do like with the Kia Telluride was the kind of the camera mirror thing we put on the signal. That's probably one thing I do wish Honda did incorporate as far as the feature content. Maybe some cool seats in the back too, though. At $54,000. Yep, the highway is packed. But let me go and show you guys the adaptive cruise control settings. You can put it on right there. You got 4 following distances. You can change that all the way down to 1. You can push up the speed. You see right there, the adaptive cruise control is very easy to use, and it works just fine. You see right there, they're hitting brakes. We're hitting brakes. And lane keeping assist works very well. So let's try veering over. You see right there, it pulls up in the display, and it'll also give you a little shimmy in the steering wheel. And even at highway speeds, the ride quality and everything is very smooth, quiet, and refined. Not too much wind noise. And what I'm really noticing is the suspension feel. How smooth it goes over bumps. Just everything overall. This car is so smooth. Yeah, it's not a luxury car, obviously, but as far as cabin noise and everything goes, at just cruising at the speed limit on the highway, it's just right. Let's go ahead and throw it back into sport for a minute. Try some passing by. It's not bad for a boat or a bus. Does get around traffic pretty good. Not bad at all. I do also like the graphics too when you change different drive modes. It's kind of like the Acura where it goes like red for sport, and then you go like normal, and then eco is like more of a green setting, but it gives you like that little background right behind it. That's so cool. I actually like normal a little bit better. Honestly, in econ mode, the throttle response is okay, but it's very laggy. So obviously it's holding back so you can get maximum fuel economy, but I prefer normal mode, which is of course the preset mode when you do start the vehicle up. What really impresses me about the new Pilot is the cabin noise. It's literally up there with, I would say, some segment leaders like the Hyundai Pilot. Hyundai Pilot. The Hyundai Palisade and the Kia Telluride, as far as that kind of quiet, refined, and plenty of features bargain in the segment. This is really up there with that. This quiet, hushed cabin noise and feel. Now, as we exit, let's go ahead and get into the conclusion of what I think about the 23 Honda Pilot. The outside design, honestly, I like it. It's very brilliant, a little bit more squared off, boxy design versus the previous generation, and looks a little bit more mature. Definitely do like the outside. The 20-inch wheels give it a nice compliment, as well as ride, so it looks nice, and it also does have the nice rider quality as well, which I really do appreciate. This is rated to tow 5,000 pounds in the Walkaround, like I stated before. And as far as technology, the head-up display is very clear, crisp. The ride is refined, and the technology is pretty good. So it does have the wireless CarPlay connectivity and Android Auto, any infotainment. Now I am bummed out it doesn't get the 12.3-inch display in the new Accord, but hopefully, I'm assuming hopefully for the next year or whenever, they can just kind of add it in for like an update, because I mean, 9-inch display is getting kind of on the small side, literally where you find the Civic, and at $54,000 I would appreciate a 12-inch display. But other than that, camera very clear, crisp, has pretty good quality. Drive assistance technology, lane keeping assist is easy to use, smooth. Got 2-person memory right there, heated cool seats. Basically has a majority of the creature comforts and features that you want to see in a vehicle like this. And I do like the drive modes you can change. So you got your regular on-road functions right there for sport, normal, and econ. And then you also have snow mode and for inclement weather. And then if you were planning to off-road this thing, the trail, sand, and a tow mode right there. And the 12-speaker Bose sound system is phenomenal. It really does complement the technology with the wireless CarPlay and the radio functions. Just has a nice tone, bass, and just everything about the sound system is phenomenal. You also do have plenty of storage around this vehicle. So you got the leather stitching right here, a little bit of storage right down below, storage here, right here for your drinks, some more storage right there. Center console is huge, has plenty of room down there. Storage right here on the dash, which is so cool. And I do love this gray interior. Interiors are nice, soft touch. Does have a abundance of features. And the 3.5 liter is very smooth, so just in around town driving, like around 3,000 RPM. It's right there, it's holding gears a little bit, but yeah, it's very smooth, refined, quiet. It's definitely in the background. And we do put it in sport mode. Like I stated, in sport mode, it does amplify the sound, so you get a little bit more versus the previous generation. If I had to describe the 23 Pilot in one word, I would honestly use smooth. This thing is smooth. It really is. The way the engine delivers power, being naturally aspirated, is smooth. The way that it drives at highway speed, the cabin is very quiet. This car is just smooth. It really does mask out everything on the outside. See, they let us over. Yep. I do also like you do also have navigation, which is embedded in the dashboard or infotainment. It's very nice. Navigation is easy to use, and I do like the map and graphic qualities of that. That is going to wrap up this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is Chris signing out. And before we close, let me see if I can show you guys the auto start stop, which you can't defeat.